Welcome back to Getting Eye Forge again. The next video, this one right here, we're going to be continuing the points videos. I'm going to go to option number 2, and that is a modified pinch point. It's very similar to the original pinch point, except we're not going to have that little knob to come off. We're going to be using the same materials. We're going to be using 1 1/4 by 1 A36 mile steel, and my Zach Tardbell forge, a Picard cross peen hammer, set of offset toms. Steel's hot. We're going to get started right now. Just like in the last one, I'm going to hang it off about 3/8 of an inch. Lift up just a little bit. I'm going to give it 3 or 4 licks. Now, in the last one I continued on because it was easy to see, but you can see how I'm beginning at this little knob right here. See my little knob? That's good, it's fine. That's what's allowing that steel not to move back and create more work for me. It's holding it in place, allowing me to work faster. But now I don't want that knob there, and I don't want to leave it, and I don't want to pinch it off. I want to forge it back in. So I'm going to get it hot again, and we'll go one more time. Don't let scale build up on your anvil. If you let scale build up on your anvil, you're going to just beat that scale into the knife, making the knife rougher finished. It's not a positive thing. When you first start out, it really doesn't matter. Your knives are rough anyway, but as you get better, it will matter, and there's no reason to develop a bad habit of leaving it on the anvil. All right, it's hot enough. Get one more here. And now the difference is I'm going to pull the piece back on the anvil, and I'm going to forge it right. That old knob's just going to forge right back in. Now, if you've noticed, I've had to change my hammer technique. I went from just striking it like this to getting it over it, and now I'm holding the hammer at an angle. And it looks like because of the rebound that I'm trying to go by and swipe it. I'm not. I'm trying to hit it exactly flat, okay? That's what I'm trying to do. I'm not trying to swing by. What you're seeing as it goes by is just the recoil of the hammer, and that matters. So, there we go. Nice beginning of a point. Let's get it hot, put it in the center. Steel's hot, going again. Going to put it in the center, just like we did with the other one. Get that nice rounded flow to it. There it is. Now, as you see, I can't help but obsess over them because that's just in my nature. But if you look at it, I'm more or less in the center. It doesn't really matter, but I'm more or less in the center. But the big thing to take away is that I have no distal taper here. It's all the same thickness the whole way. So this is what I want my point to look like at this stage of the game. I'm going to cut this one off and do another one. Through the magic of video editing, we're back with a hot piece of steel. Same point, same modified pinch point, same pretty much everything. See if I can pull it off twice in a row. Come in, about 3/8 of an inch off, lift slightly, forge in, flatten out a little bit. Forge in again, continue on. All right, there it is. There's my knob. I'm ready to move back and forge that in. Normally we could have done that in that heat, but if you stop, you can work or you can talk. While we're standing here, let's talk about something else. In one of the earlier videos, I told you that a hammer is a piece of steel on a stick, and that's all it is. The most important part of the hammer to me is this part, the handle. I like a thin, all blacksmith's hammers seem to come with these ginormous, thick, big hammer handles. They must be for giants. Well, I ain't a giant. I want mine to be thin and straight because it indexes well in my hand that way, and it doesn't rub blisters on me, which is the next thing. You will notice this does not have any paint on it. When you get the hammers, they're brand new, and they're covered in paint, and they are fantastic for making blisters that way. So grind it off, burn it off. Steel's hot. I'm gonna back the knob up on the anvil a little bit until it's all the way on the anvil. We'll change that hammer technique to that side swing. And there is my clean point. Still gonna put it in the center. Getting cold. Not doing what I wanted to do, so I'm gonna get it hot. Now, in this one, I'm gonna give you a little bonus, and that's, I'm making that last part look really easy. And it's not always really easy because I'm gonna show you that what's gonna be your most likely mistake, all right? And you can certainly do this with a pinch point, but you will see it more often with this modified pinch. All right, there it is. Very similar, little lump right there. That's not gonna be a problem, not gonna worry about that. Big thing is my distal taper is exactly the same. In other words, there is no distal taper. That's the part that really matters to me at this point. Okay, next thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna cut this off and I'm gonna come back. We're gonna do it again, but I'm gonna screw it up and show you how I screwed it up and why, and then how to fix it. All right, and we're back. This is where we're going to begin the errors tour. That's as much as I know about music. Steel's hot, ready to go. Modified pinch with a mistake in it, okay? Gonna hang it off 3/8 of an inch, slight lift up. I'm gonna start out doing really good. I'm gonna get my knob in just like I want it. Everything's gonna be great. Okay, there's my little knob, but now is where things are gonna start going south. I'm gonna pull my knob back, and I'm not gonna change the way I strike, and I'm just gonna keep right on beating, trying to make that point go away. See how my hammer is coming in? I'm not out at the edge. I'm not out at the very edge of the anvil. I'm way back in here. I'm never getting it off the anvil. And you see how my hammer's also striking here? It's not striking out here. It's striking in here, in the anvil. Now, I want you to see what this point looks like now. And it's still not terrible, but we're going to make it a little worse so it's more obvious. Get it hot. All right. Got it hot again. Didn't want to, I told y'all not to forge it while it's cold, and I was doing just that. So, but I'm going to drive on, still trying to make that point pointy without getting my hammer off the edge of the anvil. I'm still, and you think you're off the edge, but you're not. And yes, here we go. We got what we're looking for now. That's what I'm looking for. I call that the scoop point. That is because with the hammer, you can see the scoop in it. With the hammer, I never got off to a half-face blow. Now, what can I do about that? that's not a point that I want in a knife. That's not really going to work for me unless I'm going to forge this hump way back and make a stiletto, which that's not what I'm trying to do right this minute. I'm going to get it hot again, and we're going to fix it. If you don't know, this is a Hardy tool, hot cut. It's used to cut hot steel. The secret to this is never forge all the way through whatever it is you're forging. If you forge all the way through it, you dent your hot cut, it gets dull, and you mar your hammer. Don't do that. The only way I know to fix this is to cut the tip of the point off. I don't know if you can see it, but it turns black right when you get close to getting through. Take your Hardy tool off, don't leave it on the anvil. That's a good way to break a finger. I'm going to just work it back and forth till it breaks off, just like that. Now, I can forge it from here, but if you look at it closely, you'll see this big step in it right here. If you see that step, when I forge that, that's going to create a problem for me. So I'm going to level it back out a little bit, get it all flat, get it hot again, and I'm going to forge that slope into a flat point. Okay, so another advantage to the offset tongs is I can put this out here in space and I can hold on to it and drive it right into the anvil and knock that little ridge into a flat, just like so. Now, if you've got an upsetting shelf, which this anvil does, but most don't, then you can do it on the upsetting shelf. Or you can turn it, you can grab it and hold it upside down and do it this way. But this is the easiest way I know to do. So now that's gone. You'll see I've got a good flat point on it, and I'm going to pull this back out. I'm going to recreate a nice point. Fix my screw up. All right, we got it hot. I'm going to come up close to the edge of the anvil, and I'm going to go back, and this time I'm going to have that sideways blow in my hammer. See where I'm striking? I'm trying to hit the edge of the anvil, but if I get my steel right, I can't. Okay? And there it is. I fixed it. It's not a big deal. One of the things you need to remember when you're forging at this anvil and you're working at it, the thing that decides what it is you want is this and these, not this, 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 and this. These are only means to get to what you want. Thank you for watching. Hope you enjoyed it. Hope you learned something. If you did, give me the like, follow me, and if you want to help pay for gas and steel, find me on Patreon. Thank y'all.